based on your birth chart. What you need to understand is grounding yourself. That's why we work on that stabilization, and not just the energy, but to be firmly grounded and to have the roots in the reality, in the life, not trying to run away, but to be firmly grounded. And if you are more connected to the earth and to the reality, to that element of the earth, to the solidity of the earth, you will stop overthinking and be so distracted by a mind and by the thinking process. That's why it's so important to work with Muladhara chakra, with Mula Bandha, with Ashwini Mudra, to bring the energy down to your lower structure of the consciousness and be really grounded and have the roots in the ground. And then when you do that, it will be very easy for you to go up, because you already are there, but it's just distracted, it's not stabilized, it's not focused, the energy. You are losing the energy and the focus by overthinking, by doubting yourself. And I have a it's a homework, you know.
Okay.
You don't need to answer it now. I will write it down on the platform. I want you to think what is your deepest fear, and where it is coming from, what's the root, what's the starting point. And it's not so easy that you would say, okay, I'm afraid that I will not get the romantic love, or that I will not understand what's happening to me. And then you need to go deeper and deeper to understand a little bit, where is that fear coming from? Because if at the end your essence is immortal, if you are the goddess, if you are the universal consciousness, which you are in a deeper sense, what are you afraid of? Because you are the creator. But it's just the point of view from which level of the consciousness, or the like a level of the existence you are looking at that. If you will be looking at that from the level of physical existence and this life, of course there is a lot of fear and struggles and suffering in this life and getting through, and at the end we will all die. So you can be afraid of the death, you can be afraid of suffering, but deep down you know that you are more than just this body. And you remember your past life, so it's easy, no? You know that this is not the end. And everything is
afraid of dying.
everything physical, everything which is connected to a time is transient. And even now we are talking about something which already happened. Anything that you try to describe is past. As we talk about it, it's too late already. It's hard to explain, and only thing you can do is to be as much in the present moment and to live through every second of your life as possible, because everything will end, everything will change. And the only thing that is not changing is the essence, is the soul. That's why all the philosophies, all the traditions have this essence to take care of your soul, that you need to protect your soul. And this is the important thing. And I saw that you haven't get to this talk about karma, what karma is, and what levels of karma we usually see, and what are hidden. And the important thing is to accept that you are creator of your karma. That it's kind of a cause and effect principle, but it can take quite a long time, because like with the food you eat, if you will be overeating, or someone, not you, I mean generally, someone would be eating too much a sweet, it will not do much in a year or even in 10 years, but in 30 years it will definitely change the body and it will have its effect. And it's similarly with other things in life, like thoughts and activities that can have the impact much later. So people, if they behave in a bad way in a life and steal and lie, in a short term, it can see that it's much better strategy because they will have more money. They will achieve the physical goals much faster than you, but they will end up in a prison. And it can take some time, it can take even years or decades to get there. And for subtler things, it can take ages, it can take lifetimes. When you will reap the results of the actions and of your thoughts and behaviors. So the things that you've done in the past lives, you are the result. Your life, your current life, is a result of the decisions that you've done during the millions of incarnations. And it's important to understand that and don't blame anyone or anything for that, because of course we are co-creators. There is a nature, there is environment around us, there are places we have karmic bond to. So sometimes you can feel in some places good and in some places you feel that doesn't have a good energy for you. And also with other people, like you have this bond with your partner from previous life, because you've over and over deepened that bond. And one day you need to move further or clean the karma, to dissolve the karma. So there is nothing, no karma at all, and you will become one, because on the energy level or on the level of the consciousness, you are already one. And you can't run away from that. That's for sure. You can close your eyes, you can do that, it doesn't exist, and in the same way it works with our psyche, with our emotions. You can like hide your trauma from a childhood because it's important for your survival now. Forget all the pain that you get through. You can hide it because it's important, otherwise you wouldn't be able to live further. But one day you have to resolve that. You need to forget people, yourself, and you need to move further. Otherwise it will stay hidden and it will affect you anyway in your life, consciously or unconsciously. It will open one day and it will bite you. And if you do it consciously, if you start working and uncovering that unconsciousness, it's painful. It's a painful process, but it's less painful than the nature will do it for you, that it will open unconsciously.